He was the most powerful man alive. He held Rome in the palm of his hand. He could have kept it forever, and then he simply walked away. This is the story history forgot to warn you about. Lucius Cornelius Sulla was born in 138 BC to an old patrician family. His early life was marked by financial struggles, noble name, empty pockets. His mother died and left him with almost nothing. He grew up in cheap rented rooms in the poorer districts of Rome, a nobleman's son sleeping where laborers slept, eating what they ate. But he had something no amount of poverty could take. He grew to be a handsome man with golden red hair and sharp, piercing blue eyes, and a mind that never stopped calculating. His first break was in Africa, serving under the Greek General Marius in a war against the Numidian King Jugurtha. Young Sulla pulled off something his commander could not. He captured Jugurtha through a daring act of personal diplomacy, convincing the king's own allies to betray him. Marius took the credit. Sulla never forgot. That grudge became the engine of history. Sulla rose through Rome's political ranks, consul, commander. The Senate gave him one of the most coveted assignments in the empire, lead the war against Mithridates, the fearsome king of Pontus, who had just ordered the slaughter of 80,000 Romans across Asia Minor in a single day. It was the command of a lifetime. And then his own government took it away from him, handing it to his old rival Marius instead. Every general before Sulla had accepted that kind of loss and moved on. Sulla did something no Roman had ever done. He turned his army around, pointed them at Rome, and marched. He was the first general during the late Republic to march on Rome and win a civil war. The city fell in a day. Marius fled. Sulla cleaned house and left for Greece to fight the war he had come for. He won that too. He crushed Mithridates' armies at Chaeronea and Orchomenos, sacked Athens, and forced the Eastern king into a humiliating peace. Then he turned back toward Rome, because while he had been away, his enemies had declared him a public enemy, burned his house, and exiled his family. He marched again. Rome fell again. Now Sulla was dictator, not for 6 months as Roman law allowed, for life. He posted lists of names on the walls of the Forum, the proscriptions. Thousands of men were hunted through the streets of Rome and killed. Senators, officers, anyone who had ever stood against him. A young senator named Julius Caesar was on that list. Caesar survived. Sulla reportedly told his men that in Caesar he saw many Mariuses. He was right. Then Sulla did the thing that shocked the ancient world more than any of his conquests. In 79 BC, Sulla resigned and retired to Puteoli. No one asked him to. No one could have made him. He simply decided his work was finished. He'd reformed the constitution, strengthened the Senate, done what he came to do. He walked away from the most powerful absolute any Roman had held and went home to write his memoirs, fish and hunt. He called himself Felix, the Fortunate One. 1 year later, at 60, Sulla was dead of a disease in a villa at peace. He left behind a world he had reshaped by force and then refused to keep. Julius Caesar studied him. Pompey modeled himself after him. And the Roman Republic, which Sulla had so hard to save, collapsed within a generation of his death, undone by the very precedent he set. The man who conquered Rome twice, then chose to give it back, may be the most complicated figure the ancient world ever produced. Now tell us, who is the most fascinating leader in history to you? Drop the name in the comments, and if they're not on this channel yet, we'll write their full story next. Hit subscribe, because history this powerful deserves to be heard.